Hello everybody. Today we're looking at exporting environment variables from Linux and using sed to update multiple files. So let's get on with it, shall we? First, let's export the host name. So if we do export and call it HN, that's a name which we can assign to it. And then I'm going to use the backtick. It may vary depending on your flavor of Unix or Linux. Host name. There we go. And if I echo that, echo HN, my new variable, we see mint PC. I'm on a Linux mint PC. So far so good. So the reason I've done that is because in due course we're going to want to use that to update some config files. And that's typically what you might do if you're setting up a development web server, maybe Flask or whatever to test your code with. So next, I'm going to show you how to update two text files. You can update one, but I just thought I'd show you how to do two because commonly examples would show one, but they might not explain that you can do two just as easily, or almost as easily. Right, so first thing we want to do is we're going to be using sed. And there we go. There's a lot of commands or a lot of options here with sed. The ones which we're going to be using are -e, add the script to the commands to be executed, expression script, and we're going to be using in place suffix equals suffix. So those are the two which we're going to use. So let's just clear that. And the two files we're going to be updating are these two here, which you see. So I've got one file called tigers.txt, the top one, and another one called lion.txt. What we're going to do is we're going to replace lion in each of these two files with the host name, which we've just set to our HN variable. So what we need to do is do sed, sed, space, -i, -e, and then we do s for substitute, and then we want to replace the old word, so the old word will be lion, and we will replace it with, and this is the important part, we need to use the $ and then HN, and then / as well. You need the / at the end. And then, so what we're saying is with stream edit, we're going to substitute lion with our host name variable. So the actual value of that variable. And then we will say lion.txt we want to update, and then just a space, and then tigers.txt. Now I'm going to run that, and that seems okay. And the two notepad files haven't updated, but if we just do lions.txt, you'll see now, before, yes, it knows it's changed now. So the lion text file said lion just below leopard, whereas now it says mint PC, which is the host name of the file. So, and if we check tigers.txt, you'll see instead of lion in the tigers.txt, we now have mint PC. So this is kind of a very basic example, but where this will be very useful is if you're updating, for instance, var/html/index.html for a new web server and you want to update it just so that you can put your host name in it or whatever. So this is very handy, especially if you don't want to go through using VS Code and lots of waiting a while for that to load, or if you don't have it on your machine. If you're a Unix or Linux admin, or if you've got a Raspberry Pi even, you just go on there and you can just use sed, which is a built-in command, and you don't have to rely on any other third-party software. So it's a nice quick way of doing it, and yeah, there we go. Hope it's been useful, and although it's not strictly Python, it will become something which you may use when you're doing stuff with Python, and for instance, Flask or Django or anything like that. So hopefully it's been useful. Thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.